right, we are back to the Mrs. Wilkins cooking show from home. So as you can see, this is the corned beef that I put into the pot this morning with you. And yes, there's still fat on it. And yes, you can see even more clearly all of the strong muscle fibers. Now, if you've ever heard of someone say meat is stringy, that's because they didn't cut this to tenderize it the right way. Remember I told you, you can make a very inexpensive piece of meat taste very, very good if you know what you're doing cooking it, putting moist cooking methods, and also cutting it the proper way. So what we're going to do is first remove the fat layer from the top, and then we're going to cut against the meat grain, because if I cut this way, then I'm going to have stringy, chewy meat. But if I cut those muscle fibers short, then it's going to taste great and be nice and tender. So one of the tools I was going to have you try in the classroom, I've got a couple electric knives. So I'm going to use that because I like using that for this. So anyways, once we get back to school, I'll be excited to do these things with you in person. All right, I'm just going to try to take off that fat layer. Seems to be a little bit more there, so get rid of that. Okay, and then I've got some right there. I'll take that right off. So what we would have done in class is had each kitchen, we would have had about 4 corned beefs per class period, and so your group would have got about half of a full corned beef, and then once you got that, we would have trimmed off the fat, and then we would have also then cut it in half. So you'd have, you know, one portion for your group and then another portion for the other group. And then again, you want to find the way the muscle fibers are running, and you want to cut and shorten them. And that's what's going to make the meat tender. Oh, there's some more fat I don't want. Hang on a minute. Okay. So let me get that out of here. Give me 1 second. And get this out of the way, and honestly, because it's just a lot of fat and stuff, I might just toss it. Oh, that's actually a good piece right there. Okay, so I can get rid of that, and that's why if you ever have meat that's stringy or chewy, it's because somebody didn't know how to cut it against the grain. So that's one of the big lessons today. So anyway, so now I'm going to cut it to shorten those fibers. Okay, so do it that way, and then I'll even cut those into smaller pieces. So sometimes people serve corned beef and cabbage or corned beef and whatever, just like this, these nice thin slices, and it'll be super tender, not chewy or stringy. But what we're doing today is doing a corned beef hash. So I'm going to cut this, actually dice this corned beef into very small pieces, and then the next video and last video for the corned beef hash will be frying it all together. And you can always get rid of fatty stuff if you see it. Okay, so there's some diced up corned beef. I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then I'll meet you at the stove so we can fry this up, and I can show you how that is.